Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about interviews and how to prep for them, tips, things to avoid, and then how you should behave on actual interview day. I know it sounds weird, but it's important to cover. Obviously, I did medical school interviews. I'm not sure how other programs do their interviews. I presume they're somewhat similar, so you'll definitely benefit from this video. Before we get started, I just want to invite you to join our herd. So go ahead and subscribe down below, and then also hit the bell for notifications so you know when I post. I go live randomly on YouTube, so if you want to be a part of the live sessions and just chat and hang out, then be sure to have that notification bell on. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be. Go ahead and follow me. And yes, so I think that's it. Let's get started with today's video. So congratulations, you are likely watching this video because you got interviews to the schools you applied to. So that's awesome. Congratulations. This is a huge and very important step in the application or acceptance process. So don't mess it up. I'm just kidding. But really, this is a huge moment for you to shine and be off of paper. So what I'm about to say is incredibly important. I personally think I killed my interviews, so I want you guys to kill it too, and this is the secret to success. So when you get invited to interviews, the school will email you or whatever it is, and they'll tell you what to expect. They'll tell you the agenda for the day. They'll also tell you what type of interview you're going to do, for the most part, I'm pretty sure. Mine were like hybrids with the MMI and the traditional just sit down. MMI is the multiple mini interview, and most of the time it's you acting with an actor. So once you get that email from the school and that they tell you these are the interview styles to expect, go on Google and figure out what the heck those mean. And then on Student Doctor Network, it's illegal to do this, but people have done it. I didn't do it, I swear. I didn't post anything on there, but you can go on there and type in the school that you're going to interview at, and other people that have interviewed there list every single question that the school uses. And for the most part, the school's not going to change how they interview and the questions that they ask. It's pretty standard. Try and look for the most recent interview questions that they're asking. And what I did was I made a Word document. I put the question there. I typed out a nice solid answer. And I basically memorized my responses to those questions, because you don't want to sit there and waste their time and not be able to think on your feet. You're going to be nervous. You're probably going to be tired because you didn't sleep because you were nervous. So you're not going to be as sharp and quick to respond. So you need to pre-formulate answers so you look good. And I hate to say it, but you are selling yourself on interview day and saying, I am everything that you guys want and more. So all my interviews had a traditional sit-down component with one-on-one or me versus 2 or 3 other people, and then also an MMI portion. So if you don't know what that is, it's a multiple mini interview, and there's a scenario on a door. So you read the prompt and you walk in the room and you're timed and you have to come to some sort of solution in that time frame. So it's testing you whether you can think on your toes, whether when you're thinking on your toes with that pressure constraint that you are making the right decisions. One thing that you can do is practice with somebody else, have someone interview you. Personally, I never do this just because it takes up their time and I really don't like doing that. And so instead, to replace the other individual I'd be talking with, I practiced with myself in the mirror. And I would look at myself and I would practice body language. I would use my hands to speak, look at my facial expression, analyzing my own body language while also listening to myself out loud. What I did was I recorded myself asking the prompt, and I recorded myself answering the prompt with my robotic answer. And so once I recorded myself, I played it over and over. I played it in the car, I played it at the gym. I would play the prompt, I would respond, and then I would play my formulated response and see if I matched and hit the points that I wanted to hit. Of course, you want it to sound really natural, which is why I advise practicing in the mirror when you have these really formulated responses, because the last thing you want to do is sound robotic and sound like you have really prepped, because yes, they want you to be prepared, but they want you to be natural and they want you to see that you're a person. It's very important to make sure it flows naturally and that it doesn't look too scripted. So there are right and wrong ways to handle the situations. So my best advice to you is to Google MMI scenarios, which is what I did, and there's hundreds on the internet. And time yourself, think on your toes, and work through them. And you can consult your friends, your parents, other people, and ask them, like, how would you handle this scenario? And then it becomes a formula of how to come to the best resolution in each situation that you're given for the MMI. Google prompts, Google everything, and practice. Time yourself and just really practice. Why are the dogs barking? Okay. No. Okay, so if you don't... No. I'm sorry, they're probably gonna bark, but it is what it is. Okay, so if you're not going to prepare for your interviews in this manner, that's totally fine. But at least do yourself the favor of formulating a response to the prompt, tell me about yourself. They're going to ask it. It's a really weird question or prompt to answer, and there is a right and a wrong way to answer it. You need to make sure that you spend time figuring out the correct way to answer it. You don't want to start reading stuff from your application. If it's an open application interview, they already know everything. So, and obviously they already know that you're smart. They know that you've done the right things to get to the interview point. The point of them asking you that question is to learn more about you as a human being. Oh my God, I'm looking at all the recordings. I still have all my recordings. Tell me about yourself. Why Western U? Why do you want to become a doctor? Strengths, weaknesses. I've grown up in the San Francisco Bay Area for all of my life, so I've been exposed to a lot of different people, cultures, and things. That's definitely helped me develop as a person and stay open-minded and try new things. I've been filming and producing video content for YouTube for quite a while now, and I just film videos about my life or the journey of my life and the ups and the downs, and I just share with people in hopes that they can maybe benefit from things that mistakes I've made, or it just makes me feel good when people reach out to me and say, hey, I really want to thank you for this video. It's helped me more than you know, and I just really appreciate it. Okay, anyways, you get the point. And the point of formulating these responses to the prompts, it's to make sure that you are using certain experiences in your life and highlighting them. So it's really important to have that stash of like experiences that you can pull from and be like, oh yeah, this highlights this highlights that, this happened in my life and it highlights this. It's important to know those and have them be at the forefront of your mind. So yeah, that's about it for how to prep for the interviews. And now I want to talk about what you should do on interview day. It's important, your body language, the way you behave, everything that you say, and everything, honestly, leading up to interview day, every interaction that you have with the school could be recorded. Every phone call, every email, if you see somebody on campus and you interact with them, if you do something wrong, they're gonna remember who you are, and that could impact your chance of getting into the school, believe it or not. On interview day, it's important to be early. Think about interview day as you're on stage, you're performing, people are watching you all day. There's eyes on you everywhere, so you need to be sitting up straight, sitting at the edge of your chair, smile, interact with other people. Yes, all of the people that are interviewing with you on that day, those are all of your competitors, but you need to interact with them. You need to be kind and open, and they need to be your friends. Also, on interview day, you're gonna be nervous, right? Most likely. So I remember on my first interview day, when I was in the interview session with 3 other people interviewing me, my voice was shaking, I couldn't catch my breath, I just appeared very nervous. And so mid-interview, like mid-answering a question, I asked my interviewers, do you mind if I take a few seconds to catch my breath? And they were totally fine with it. And also, it shows a lot for you to recognize how you're feeling and to ask for permission. Do you mind if I take a few seconds to breathe and to catch my breath and to not be so nervous looking? You know, so they appreciate that, and it was fine. And then I caught my breath, and the rest of the interview was really cool. And so with that, it's important to read the body language of your interviewers. If they're super firm and just robotic, straightforward, then you need to be just like that. If your interviewers are more laid back and they're more chill, then it's okay to, you know, show more character. If you're a funny person, crack a joke that is appropriate, of course. But like, I threw out a pun in one of my interviews and my interviewers died laughing, and it was just a fun interaction with them, and it shows more about you. It shows character. So read the body language of your interviewer and then match that. Finally, it's important to be yourself. Be honest, be transparent, because they can see through you anyways. Don't lie. Show who you are as a human being, because that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it helps you. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. Yes, good luck in your interviews. You'll do great. Be yourself. They will love you for who you are. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you would like to see next. And until next time, take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and continue to work hard and all of that good stuff. Okay, bye.
Well, I'ma give it my best, and hopefully I'll make it out in one piece, or maybe two. And if I don't,